he knew he would get the respect, not because of anything she had. Because she's a bad chick.
I would have to agree with
and
that.
nobody can say anything about her.
I told you being sane. I have to agree with him. Yeah, she got a good point.
No, that's true. That's true.
Disagree.
This is
That's true.
what
I just got the heat on myself.
This is what a scared man looks like. Because he's been saying, she got a good point. Yeah, I'm right. She's right.
Your Honor,
I agree with her.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I plead the
Can you
fifth
tell
for this
them
one.
why I'm right? And
No,
just
I
don't agree with me.
think she's right because she doesn't really battle into anything unless she knows about it.
Have you guys heard about this guy? Let's see. Let's play some. Let's play some. Let's play some.
Achraf Hakimi's divorce from his wife, Hiba Abouk, took an unexpected turn when she filed for more than half of the Moroccan footballer's property and fortune. As one of League One's highest-paid players, earning over €1 million per month, this could have been a massive payout for Abouk. However, during the court proceedings, it was revealed that Hakimi had no property or assets under his name. The reason? He had transferred his entire fortune to his mother long before the divorce.
Is this a smart motherfucker or what?
That's dope. I'm sorry.
Is this a smart man or what?
That's what you call thinking ahead.
That's right.
But the problem thinking ahead, did he make his relationship break up? You know what I mean? Because he wasn't all in.
No, I'm just curious why he did this. Because, like, if you got into this marriage for love, then why would you set
I said the same
things
thing.
up for, these parameters not to protect
Love.
the person you love? So,
But the thing is, we marry for love. But at the same time, if I'm the guy with the money and I'm marrying somebody who has less money than me, then somehow I have to protect myself because you know how it is nowadays. You see what's going on now with all these ladies that they will find any small excuse that they can find to divorce you and take half of the money that they don't even work for. So I think the guys were smart enough to actually do what he did because he maybe he thought this could happen to me, so let me just put this on my mother's name just in case. And it works out. It did work out. I mean, he's like he get away with murder at this point pretty much because he was able to save all his money. And now she has to pay for him.
yeah, because, at the end of the day, she's now making more than him,
Right.
like, legally. So she owes him,
Exactly.
matrimony. And I get that.
I love when
On the
that shit
same
happens.
hand, what I feel is that he did this because he married somebody he knew was out for something else. So he felt the need to protect himself and do these things. So the question is, why'd you marry someone you felt the need to do these things with? It's like you got into something you knew was going to, so you gave yourself an out.
Why are you blaming it back on him, though?
Maybe he
She
didn't
flipped
know.
it. That's called a flip.
Why you
She's got a
blaming
good
it on
point.
him?
Well,
Don't
maybe
blame it on
She's
him.
got a good point, though.
I'm just asking a
I'm going
question.
to defend him.
Well, maybe he didn't know. He didn't know. It's like, for example,
But why did he correct that? Why did he say?
He subconsciously knew
He did know because he made himself.
because that's why he wasn't all in.
He
knew she was a
net.
hoe.
That's why. So he did know.
That's Wancho.
he didn't know.
You didn't create a safety net because you didn't know.
The thing is, nowadays, women are exposing themselves of what they're looking for. That's the thing. It's so many women that are getting all this money that they didn't even work for. Just because you marry a rich guy doesn't mean you deserve half of this money. When you got to the relationship, that money was already there. So what's happening? All these guys now, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna protect myself. Why is it so uncomfortable to
what
have a
you're
conversation
saying is
with
that-
a woman about signing a prenup? What is it?
Ooh,
What is
that's
it?
a
What
good
is the big
topic.
deal about
So
that?
I guess where I want to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying is that the woman you got with was up to uphold standings. So if we go back to the beginning,
Okay.
before you guys men got money,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they were with women for love or for certain reasons of attraction.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they get money and they fall for the girl who comes around with, all the work done and she's done all these things. So now you leave the girl who is loyal to you and you marry the girl who had all the work done and she's giving you what is perceived to be your ideal woman. It's all pretend, right? Because that's plastic.
Right.
So you guys fall for the plastic when it comes to boobs and a butt.
But this is not the case, though.
But it is.
How so?
Because when you fell for the plastic, you have to pay for that. Either way. So what you're mad over is that you fell for the plastic and the plastic was out for your money. But the loyal girl who didn't have plastic, she was literally out to love you.
Right.
And she didn't come for your pockets. And she didn't do all that to get your pockets. You're setting things up against her.
They think differently from us.
So there's two different women you're out here protecting yourself against. So what you're doing is you're saying that I want to go after the girl who's plastic, giving me the fake, but I still want to protect myself.
Well, who's that person that you're describing though?
Most
So I
people.
try to not most people.
No, with all that
Because
wealth
we
and all that
we
money.
as men we marry because we love.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
Not when you have money.
Yeah, we do.
Not when you have money.
Well, when you got money, you
No, Kanye said it best.
can. What did he say?
And when you get off, who do you marry? You don't go marrying the girl who is loyal to you. You marry the other woman.
That's what Kanye West says.
Like I said,
He needs some meds.
y'all going
It
all
makes
over
no
the place.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. The thing is this: when man marry a woman and man has money, he doesn't care about whether she has money or not because he fall in love with this person. Now, if the man doesn't want no commitment, yes, he goes for the plastic. Why? Because it's sexy. Is what you want. You want to see a beautiful woman looking the way she looks, obviously for a good time. But when you go for
man
love,
that has money is married to a chick that looks regular. That he had money before he married before.
LeBron James.
the
That was
remarry.
before.
yeah.
Now that he has money, you think he picked the same girl?
I mean, if he has the same morals,
No,
yeah,
I mean,
no.
What about the
So
prince?
now that he has
the
the
two
money,
prince,
if he
the
didn't
two
marry,
prince
if he didn't marry her before, now that he got the money, you think he would marry the same girl?
yeah, but we're going with what you think. Let's just talk facts. He's been with her forever, so.
Exactly.
Well, for the money. That's my point. You got the prenup came after the money. Nobody worried about a prenup when you were broke. He only moved the money into his mama's name because he had money to worry about.
Right.
So there's money to worry about. So now, LeBron, now that he has money, you think he'd marry the same woman?
We don't know. How are we gonna know that? How can we know
She's trying
that?
to convince us that he wouldn't.
Exactly. That's right. But how are we gonna know that?
I think he would. Bro.
You see the prince, what was the name? The prince of Mary, the reporter,
Yes. You're talking
you know what I'm
about
saying?
the
He
redheaded
got money and he married what?
Prince of England.
Yeah, exactly, the Prince of England. And he just married a reporter. And the other one married an actor. None of these girls have money. And they marry them. Am I right or wrong? You said mention somebody who has married a regular.
What's his name?
They
Prince
did
what?
it.
Prince what? Prince. What's his name?
I don't even know that's the
Where's
guy's
Not
name.
Harry,
Andy
is
Williams?
it?
Prince Harry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Harry. That's my nigga.
They didn't have no money.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are getting stuck.
Like, nope.
I'm not gonna accept that.
No, but you brought up two
And I
cases.
won't. And I won't.
Yo, let's defend them.
Because of all women with no money,
Mhm.
who did he pick? Like, he didn't go pick no regular chick.
She
Y'all
picked a
over
fine
here
girl.
trying to say, like, she's just regular talk. Like, he just... Yeah, the girl
Oh,
in
we're
the
talking about the
corner
football
waiting
player?
for the dance.
That soccer guy?
Yeah, he just picked that girl.
I mean, how low
He
you want him
picked
to
a
go,
woman.
though? How low he wants it to go?
What I'm trying to say to you is
Explain.
that when men marry, so women marry for security, men marry for respect. So when they marry, they don't just marry the girl
That was a good point.
just for loyalty. There's a respect thing, and it's not the respect that the woman gives them, it's the respect they get from other people. So they don't marry the ugly chick. They don't marry the girl who doesn't do all these things. Because there's a respect level that all you guys are looking to get
Yeah.
from other people. So when he married her, he knew he would get the respect, not because of anything she had. Because she's a bad chick.
I would have to agree with
And
that.
nobody can say anything about
I
her.
told you being sane. I have to agree with him. Yeah, she got a good point. He
No,
hasn't
that's true.
said anything.
That's true.
Disagree?
This is
That's true.
what
That's true. I just got the heat on myself.
This is what a scared man looks like because he's been saying she got a good point. Yeah, I'm right. She's right.
Your Honor,
I agree with her.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I
Can you
plead the
tell
fifth for
them
this
why
one.
I'm right? And
No, I
don't agree
think
with me.
I think she's right because she doesn't really battle into anything unless she knows about it. If she's quiet, she doesn't know anything about it. If she's talking like this, she already done studied it.
No, but tell them why I'm right based on what I'm saying.
Because that's your wife.
Because it's true.
Yeah,
It's true. Explain.
Oh, we
okay,
loving
all right.
this. Oh, we loving
Explain
this.
that. How is it true? Come on. Explain. Say something more than just, she's right. It's true. I agree. Come on, man. Come on, brother. Say something other than those
Tony like a
words that
politician
she
right
wrote
now.
it down for you to say. Come on.
Is it getting hot in here or is it just me?
No. Yo, you're on the spot now. You talking?
Go ahead.
What do we need to
Explain
talk
to me,
about?
my brother.
Oh, now
You gotta ask me a question. No, you gotta buy yourself some time.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, she gonna
No,
save
just
you.
ask me a
Go ahead,
question.
she
'Cause
gonna
that,
save
that,
you.
by that time, I'm gonna be ready.
Why is it so difficult for women to understand when a man has money, he just want a prenup? Why is it that a problem? Why does a woman get offended by that? I mean, this guy was
That's-
protected.
So
This
they
guy,
think it's
this
a
guy.
man or woman thing, but who actually was the one who believed?
I
in
was
the
gonna
prenup?
let me answer.
Yeah.
I love this. This is awesome. All right.
The reason why, which is saying, like the reason why I feel like she's been expressing herself better than you have,
Okay.
because that's why I kept saying I agree, because she has a way of explaining herself. For example, she's a woman that wants to make sure the guy has a prenup
Right.
for the girl to sign. If there's no prenup, she doesn't agree with it. So she's not all about just defending from the woman. She defends it from a logical perspective. So I feel like that's why I'm better as a man, because I have somebody like that in my life.
Right, but she's like 1 in a million. Let's be
Well,
real.
yes,
with
I am
this.
blessed. I am
Let's
blessed.
be real. You're
but I am
blessed that
blessed.
you find the right
Definitely
one.
getting
I
hit.
am very blessed.
Yeah.
But
his
this is the
birthday.
this is the
Can't
reason.
screw that up.
Oh, what I miss, Juan.
Those joke that's a night.
Juan.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, man.
That was like.
Yo,
let's
we
stay-
grown, bro. This is an adult conversation. We drinking. I'm married too, dude. I talk about that shit. If I did something good in my,
I know,
we
man.
fucking tonight, baby. We fucking.
You were saying.
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry about that. I was talking about.
Yeah, it's
Man,
all
you can't
good.
talk about sex.
You can talk about anything you want. You just gotta relax. Because right now it's like all three just pointing at me. It's like, I don't understand. I thought the two of you was gonna be helping me out with this conversation. So you screaming over there, he's getting whipped, and she's just calm and submissive because she knows she got all the points.
Nah, it's not like that.
I'm all by myself. This ain't right.
I didn't see the way you saw it. I saw a
Millions.
man.
How do you saw it?
I saw a man
A happy
defending.
man.
I saw a man like pretty much explaining what his wife said. You know what I mean? I said, and he did great. You did great.
Thank you.
Well, what I was trying to say, it's
Your perspective.
My perspective. You don't guys want my perspective on this whole thing. You might kick me out. Like I'm like,
go ahead, explain your purpose.
nah. You guys already know. I could be a little like rude. This is what my wife told me. Yo, baby, chill, cause I think a little different.
Let yourself out. She's not here. Go ahead.
So, no, perfectly fine. I got the green light, bro.
I got the green light.
I got the green light, bro. She just said, baby, just.
She texted him green light, so that means let's go.
My opinion about this whole fucking thing, I think he did it excellently.
Exactly.
I think he did that shit well. Like, cause you don't really know. You know what I mean? But still, I've been with a beautiful bitch. I've been with a beautiful woman. Like, but damn, like everybody want her. That little status you was talking about, cause you get all the people's attention because you got the hottest girl. Like, yeah, yo, I've been with that before, but sometimes you don't know what that person mentally is, like mature and shit like that. And look at that. I've been with a couple beautiful women now, and I finally got the good one. But like the couple first ones, I had to grow myself. You know what I mean? It's just like I wasn't mentally prepared. They weren't mentally. So in his case, I would assume that maybe he knew that. And a guy that's getting in the field, got money, you know, money coming in, I'm pretty sure there were people around him, even if he didn't want to. I'm pretty sure there were people around him that were like, yo, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta do
know?
this.
And he's like, yo, man, I got an ace. I got an ace. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if I was him, I would have been like, I got an ace. We're good. And look at that. They broke up. Because you know when you with somebody and you guys ain't really clicking. Like, you know. Like,
Right.
there is nothing that I can do or, like, you know, like to give my wife them thoughts about me that I'm sketchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why? Because I learned through life to like be transparent. You know what I mean? And if you have a relationship and you guys have that like, you know, like You just know. I love some couples. There's some couples you look at it and it's natural. You're like, and if you're a hater, you hate on that. You're like, oh, look at that, disgusting. You know what I mean? But it's okay though. It's okay. Not all couples have that, but you just know. And those are the ones that are blessed because not everybody has that shit. Look at this dude. He probably thought he had his little love, but in the back of his head, he probably knew that she wasn't ready or whatever. So he
That something like that could have happened
But
at
the
any
thing
time.
is, though, like, I actually believe in prenups. I believe in actually prenups. I think we should actually have these things lined out and all this paperwork done before we get married. I'm not saying I'm against a prenup. I'm against the secrecy. I'm against why'd you hide it? Why'd you do all this on the back end? That's what happened.
That tells you they
He
weren't that
felt-
close, right?
And that's why.
That's
You
the point
got
she's
married
making.
and you jumped into like, oh, I'm gonna get with the pretty girl and I'm gonna do
Right.
this stuff and you didn't do what you were supposed to, and now you know some people told you how you can get out of it, and that's like you're not paying the consequences of your stupid ass mistake. Like you fell into the trap of that, and that's what that leads to. And we have to teach people that protect yourself before you lead down the road of lashes and butts
Man,
and boobs and all these things that we fall for because y'all done heard a song say that's what respect is. Like a lot of the men who are going through these things, it's because they fell for women who like fit the description of a song. And they fit the description of what people were telling you should go after. And then they left the other girl. That other girl, you wouldn't be going through all this. So this conversation wouldn't even need to be had. You're going through this because you fell for that.
These hoes are good, bro.
I understand.
Those are good, yeah.
I understand. I understand your point about the secrecy. Why did he keep it to himself? Yeah, but at the same time, it worked out because look what happened for him. Exactly, it worked out for him because if I'm married.
But
And
think
we
about
start
that
from
with
zero. And we
marriage,
start
though.
from
Are
zero.
you mad because it worked out for him?
Listen,
But what if they
I'm
had a
ma-
kid?
I'm mad about
if
the
I'm-
lie. I'm mad about the lie because if in marriage, if that's what we're going into, that's what we're now saying is the standard. That we can now go into marriage saying this vow in front of God.
But not really meaning
to
it.
not really meeting it and having a back. That's what I'm mad over.
Divorce is
I'm
like
not-
70%.
I agree with a prenup. If you wrote a prenup and somebody agreed to it, I'm not mad over those things. I'm only mad over the secrecy and the lie. It's the same as being a cheater. It's all you're lying, and that's what we cannot, never, ever, like co-sign, ever.
I got your point. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I got your point. I'm just saying if you get married and you guys start from zero, yes, that's fine. But the reason why a lot of rich people or people that has a lot to lose, they either hide it or they come up with the prenup is because this girl that they marry could be the best. Could be just like you. Could be a good woman who want to help the man to actually get richer, get more money, and be fine. But nowadays, you see what's going on. I mean, if you go into the internet, you see in social media what's happening. A lot of those young girls, they're just looking for a guy with a lot of money.
But think
That's
about
all it
what
is.
you're doing when you now set that precedence. You're now saying that these things, because once you start saying any lie is acceptable, all lies are acceptable. So once you start setting that precedence that I'm allowed to lie because I'm rich and I get to protect myself, broke people can't lie. But I'm rich and now I have a special
Life ain't
circumstances to lie.
That's what it is.
Like nobody, like no. That's where we have to set the circumstance. Like that's the precedence of the lying, the manipulation that women do, that men do.
Exactly.
No matter who's doing it, the manipulation part is what we should all stand against. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor. It doesn't matter if you're pretty or you're like, or what people would not be attracted to. It's the lie. It's the manipulation. That's what we have to stand against, not who's winning over it.
Yeah, but the rejection on prenups is ridiculous, and you
I
got to
love
admit
a
on that.
prenup.
But that's you. You're talking about from your point of view. But
So
but
the rejection on
the rejection
prenup-
of prenup for a lot of women nowadays is really
You know
high
what they
because of
say?
this-
Because
what?
they love you. That's what they're trying to convince you. I love you, so you should not want this prenup
Exactly.
because I love you. Love is something that you can write a prenup and it has
Right.
nothing to do with your love for me. So the fact that anyone is convinced that one person's love for them like outweighs a prenup, that's misjudgment.
I think if we change the
A
way we think
prenup.
about it, it will be fine. Like if we change the way we thought about it, like think about it like a business. Like, but hey, it has nothing to do with love, bitch.
It's not
nothing to do with love.
Right.
This is just business. At the end of the day, I'm still
Exactly.
gonna love you the same way. You know.
But they
And
don't.
if you love me the same way, then this prenup will never, ever be anything that we talk about ever again. If what you're saying is true, then we'll never talk about this. But if what you're saying doesn't outweigh, then we have something now to where we don't end up hating each other at the end of the day.
So I guess.
And that's why I believe in a prenup.
I guess they believe. Have you heard this belief that people saying that if you really want to know who's your wife, divorce her? Do you believe in that? Because it's like you don't even know the
I
person.
don't believe in divorce because, like, to me, like when I married him, I said a vow to God. And to me, like that's biblical. So like he's the one
bigger than
person
me.
I always have to reconcile with because that's my belief. I can't not. This divorce is not in my option. So that thing I can't agree with.
You
or
can't
not
agree
right.
with.
I can't. Even
In your personal life, you
about-
can't agree on that. But I mean,
No.
can,
They tell
is
me
that
there's
something?
nothing he can do to make you divorce.
No. I
It has
have.
to be something.
I have.
If I
a-
cheat
There's
on
gotta
Mandy
be
right now,
something.
Mandy told me, I'm gonna pack your shit. So I
But
already know.
that's the trick of what she's saying. Like, that's why I'm not going to ever do anything because I already know she has that covenant with God. I'm never going to put her in that situation.
But you could though.
I'm not.
But you could. And
some
even
people
me,
can.
And that's
even
Some
I
people
could.
could.
that's
You
why-
could, but I
that's why
couldn't.
It took me a long time to marry because I'm not marrying anybody who even thought it could.
I can't.
Nah.
It's like
He has
not
the
even
same
close.
Belief I have.
Yeah.
And
They are the perfect couple
There's no can't.
That's-
Like, yeah.
because they don't believe in divorce.
Like
Yeah.
I've been
We
through all
don't
that.
believe in
Like,
divorce.
I understand
we
all
don't
of
believe
that.
in the outs. We don't believe in those things.
I mean, anything can happen in a couple. You know what I mean?
But exactly. I mean, the fact that you don't
anything can
believe it
happen.
doesn't mean it couldn't happen.
Exactly. But if you put weight into those things and now I start
You're manifesting.
preparing myself for an out, I'm manifesting.
You're manifesting it.
I don't believe in those things. And if they were
So we manifest more good. The
That's
way
what
we
we
think,
focus on.
it's not like the reality of that we're not
so you
being
just
rational.
don't want to
About
say
out.
it.
No,
because
yeah,
you
no.
say it.
In the
no,
Bible,
because the world is
in the
prepared
Bible,
for outs.
it's
You don't marry for an out. There should never be an out. That's what a vow is.
You don't do that, but at the same time in life, you
there's
got to
no
prepare
but.
yourself. You got to prepare
That's
yourself
what
for
the prenup-
anything.
That's what the prenup is, right? That's
You got to
literally
prepare,
what the
not
prenup is.
just in
The
prenup.
prenup is not. Like, you don't know what the other person is gonna do.
there's a godly way and there's a worldly way.
Yeah.
We do things. We're from a different kingdom, so we move different. We can't move like the world. You can ask me questions on that.
But you're a human being. I mean, we made
we're
mistakes.
human beings living in
We
this
made
world.
mistakes. We fuck up all the time.
I understand.
mean, even when
Yeah.
we don't want to.
And for people in the world, I can cut those people off. But the vow I took with him in front of God says, I will always reconcile.
And I did that
with
same vow with God.
He took that
Because
with
the
him.
relationship's so tight with God, you don't. It's not about me hurting her. It's the God in her.
Bro.
I can't hurting her. That's one thing. That's flesh. But the God in her, I won't play with.
And that's something, like, even beyond me, he will have to answer to. So he
It's
can
more than
get
her.
away with it over me.
Yeah,
That's a vow he took with God.
yeah.
So even if he gets away with it with me,
Then I can't drive. I can't think. I can't talk. I'm done because now I feel like I hurt the Creator. Like I'm not gonna go back on my word.
But this is a religious thing. That's a different thing.
There's a spiritual
You know,
aspect.
it's a spiritual aspect.
That's
yeah,
the-
you
and that's
don't-
the
you
next
don't-
show.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what
that's why they say
what
that's
makes
what it is.
makes it
It's coming from a
different from us.
like, yeah.
Exactly. It comes from a different place. That's what it is.
Like,
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it
yeah,
is.
I've been with women like I saw a woman one time, yo,
Oh.
literally tell her husband like she loved him,
PG.
like loved him, and like yo, bro,
Wancho.
I see that every day, and that's the thing. I see that all the time. The
And that's-
women love their man, and they promise to stay in the sick.
about where the world is. But why do we, like, I feel like everybody, because we've seen all this and been exposed to it, we're now just diving down into that and saying, that's the norm. That's
Well,
the
the
way
thing
we
is
go.
that you see-
How come no one is standing against that?
But the
saying
thing
no?
is that you
Like,
see things, and then you look at that and be like, you know what? I got to protect myself from that because it could happen. it could happen.
It could.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, you guys are good. You guys love each other in a way that I never seen before. And that's okay. And that's fine as long as you guys are happy with that way. But us that live out here and the real world, right?
I deserve that.
And the real world.
deserve that.
This is no one.
This is like
Us, we outside banging on the.
We
Yo,
are-
let me in. Yo, let me in your kingdom, bro.
I mean, you guys are at a different level than us, the regular people.
Yo, Jesus, close
And
that
we
door. Let
see-
me in.
And you know what I'm saying? And we see what's going on, and then we look at that and be like,
We're honestly
well, that could
not.
happen to me.
What do we got?
We're
What we got
honestly not. We have the same temptations. We go through the same things everyone else do. It's a choice we make.
Speak up, baby.
We're not outside of anything. We deal with the same things everyone else deals with. We make a choice to choose each other every day.
No, yeah, I get that choice shit. I get that. That's amen. Like, everybody makes
So at
that
the end of
choice.
the day, doesn't matter who walks in here, you choose Mandy, right?
No, it's what I'm trying to say is that every man has a little temptation. Either it doesn't matter if it's a woman or if it's a drink, gambling, whatever.
The Bible
That
talks
day-
about
Every
temptation.
human has
That day's gonna come. That you know what I mean. Your ass is gonna get tested.
All
you
know what I mean?
manifesting
humans
that
have
day?
temptation.
And-
It's not a
and-
man thing. Men don't have temptation. It's all humans have temptation.
Great. All I'm trying to say is that I wouldn't put my hand on fire for nobody.
That's
I love my wife. I love her. Oh my God, I
Exactly.
love her. I do anything for her, man.
That's
I
a
do
Mandy
everything.
shout out.
I
Let's see
do.
what's happening.
Nah,
right
yo,
now.
my wife know how I roll. I don't
Shout
gotta be
out
pretend.
to
I don't do shit.
Mandy.
But I wouldn't put my hand on fire. Like, I wouldn't put my hand on fire for that. And I
She's
tell my
proud.
wife to do the same shit. And I love her, though. And I know she'll do the same thing for me, yo. But, yo, I don't want to be, I don't want you to read about me on some fucking news feed. Would you believe? Look at what happened to why? Like, nah,
Exactly.
fuck that. I wasn't stupid. I always kept, like, you know. But, luckily, God gave me, like, the tools and the knowledge. And like, I've been 5 years with my wife. Sorry, 6 years with my wife. And I don't know. I've learned from all my fuck ups. It's like I put all my fuck ups together, and I was like, "Let's read, nigga, manual. This is a manual of what not to do, and it's working. It's working. That's all I can say. Is that it's working.
Yes.
You found the easy route.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like, it's working, bro. It's working.
That's what's up. I have that same book.
Because
manual is the
earlier
Bible.
you said some shit that like you know if you were to cheat or whatever like you know you get all disoriented like you can't.
Yeah, you can't think. You
because
can.
you think about God. That is a religion thing, but I think that's a man integrity thing too.
Yeah, because
Because, like-
you done broke your foundation.
Exactly. Like
So what kind of man are you?
you know where you came from, like and you know what can happen, and you know.
Everything has consequences.
like,
That's the
like,
bottom
go
line.
back to-
Cause and effect.
Exactly. Like in my situation, I'm a father of 6. So I live with my wife. If I cheat, I know that I'm going to break this whole family
that whole
apart.
thing up.
Everything is going to fall apart. But to the point, I mean, I get it. What you guys got going on is like, goddamn.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's like you got to be prepared for the mistakes that the other person will make because nobody's perfect. And the way, and I'm trying to get into your personal life, but the way it's described by you guys, it's like you guys have a perfect relationship.
Oh no.
And that's the part that
Not-
it's like,
we're not
it's kinda,
not trying to
Both
say
of
that.
us got mad issues, and every day we both
Me
have
and
to
me and
accept
her
each
are
other's
completely
issues.
opposite.
Like we don't get along on a lot of stuff, and every day we choose each other. It's not
That's
easy,
important. I
and nothing
like that.
about
And
us
the
is
the,
perfect.
the other thing that's important, and you said it earlier, it's about being honest,
yeah.
even to a fault. That's where intimacy comes from. If you keep something in your head, and then you just keep it that way, then there's a wedge that's happening, and you drift. All because you didn't say the truth. You always got to be honest. Like
So,
you said that.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I understand now, but I mean, nobody's 100% honest.
No, we're not saying we're not saying to tell them every imagination in our head. We're not talking about
100,
that.
that's
But
all.
anything that pertains to me or something that could affect her, be honest about it.
Right.
I don't have to talk about fantasies and crazy things like that. No.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
that's
and I think a lot of people like they make it bigger than what it is. Like,
because it's hard to sustain. That's what it is.
But
Mm.
marriage, that's what marriage,
Marriage is work,
And
my
it's
brother.
hard.
Marriage
Yeah.
is hard to sustain.
Yeah.
Like, so we just say, like, we're just choosing each other every single day. That's what marriage is. It's a choice. Like, I
Marriage
met
is not
people
love,
who've
it's a
been in
choice.
love a long time, and I said, "What's your secret?" The secret is every day they chose each other. Through their fights, through all the things, they just kept choosing each other. So if he does, like, that's what our choice is. Each other.
Take that to the
Does
extreme,
it
though.
mean that
Domestic violence. You gonna still choose your partner?
Is he
If
gonna
your partner's
just
still
all of a
beating you-
sudden out of nowhere smack me? Like, I know who
No,
I
no, no. I'm
married.
talking about people in general that are listening to this.
Yeah.
shit.
No, but I know you gotta know who you marry. You don't marry. Like, did he smack you? You knew that ahead of time.
I've been in
there
them
are
relationships.
signs.
Those relationships are fun. The domestic violence, I remember them days, bro. Woo. Yeah, man, them days were
Let me
fun.
go relax.
Yo,
The
man.
Emilio Show.
I'ma hit you. Yo, what?
The
You gonna hit me?
Emilio Show.
Yeah, you're the kind of guy who likes to go home and wait for a wife with a knife in his hands.
Yeah.
Ready to cut you.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
If your relationship doesn't have this, like,
Yeah.
you're missing out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think we're worth for those toxic relationships. We talk about those all the time. But it's awesome that there's couples like you, like mine, that exist. But my wife always tells me, like, she's like, hey, just be honest with me, and like I'll always be honest with you. But
Always.
I know
You've
her.
been always honest,
Yo, bro.
with me.
Always.
Always.
Yo, bro, it's hard
On
for me.
everything.
It's hard for me to be honest sometimes.
On everything.
Yo, man, I be like, I be getting tested.
hold on,
Ask me like
hold on,
twice.
hold
On the
on,
second
hold
one,
on,
I'll tell you
hold
the
on.
truth. Like,
You
you know
telling
got
me
caught.
that you're 100% clear with everything.
no, Emilio, you're
with your
missing the
wife.
point. You just missed you didn't hear what I said.
I didn't.
It's hard
Explain
to
it.
be honest. Hard, bro.
But
hard.
are you?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's better. You know why? Because I don't want to. I'm an adult. You know how stupid you look when they're like, so you the I'm a fucking adult. I look better just saying I did that shit.
Yeah.
I did that shit.
Yeah.
And just take it and just
You're
take
right.
it.
You know what? You're right. You look stupid.
You look mad
You
stupid
look-
denying some shit.
Hold on. I'm not
Emilio.
calling you stupid. I'm just saying you look stupid.
Yeah,
I know
he's
what
talking
you're
in
saying.
subconscious.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
not- no,
we
it's
know
not-
you look stupid.
Shots
We waiting on you to
bro,
lie.
that was obvious.
we
Emilio.
waiting on you to try to
That's
lie.
not what I was trying. I wasn't trying to call you stupid.
I heard you. I didn't even hear that.
What I said was you do look stupid when somebody call you and you lie about your location. That is stupid. that is how it makes you look stupid.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
This will be edited.
Honesty,
This will be edited.
honesty is everything in life.
I'm drinking.
There must be
all
some type
your
of inside
shit.
joke happening here.
Yo, I'm drinking all your
It's
shit.
all right. It's all right.
He was just joking. He wasn't lying.
All right, so we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
No, we didn't
That
talk
was
about it.
real.
we don't have to talk about it, but
know.
just
Trying to help him, babe.
I got your point. I understand the fact that he lied, that he hid it or whatever, but you got to admit, it works out this time. It wasn't right that he lied about it. I understand
work
that.
out.
It's his money, but at the same time, it's like,
Wait, do you think that
he
she's
is
worthy of that
glad.
money though?
He's glad. And oh man, I'm gonna put a picture of that motherfucker in this room because what he did was, I understand he lied, but he almost lost everything.
To be honest,
On a woman
I
that
don't
has
know
never
and
kicked
I
a
don't
ball
know the
in her life.
situation.
Yeah,
I don't know the situation. I don't even know what she
The
was.
situation was he married this beautiful supermodel, right? And he was accused of raping a girl. That was the accusation. So they investigate. They find out it was all false, right? And it was just this girl trying to be famous. And even though it was proven that it was all bullshit, the girl still wanted to divorce the guy to get more, not just half, more than half of whatever he owns. This guy owns over €1 million a month. Imagine how much money this guy's making, kicking a ball up and down with the 21 more guys in the field. She had never even done nothing, and she wants more than half
So
of
that
his
was
money.
her only stance for divorce was this previous accusation.
That's all it was. So she was like, okay, this is my way out. I'm going to get his money. And then when it went to court, it'd be like, this guy's broke. He has no money. On the other hand, you got money. So now she's going to have to pay him.
Well, in that, I mean,
That's how it
if
went
we're
down.
trying to get away with stuff, that's what happens. Like, that's how it works. Like, you try to get away with something.
So
in the
do
dark,
you
it comes
think
to
it-
the light.
So what do you think about it now?
think
Now that you know exactly how things went down, you still
I
think?
still feel the same
Okay.
based off of just the situation and not knowing all the circumstances. But based off of their situation in detail, I'm glad that she didn't get away with cheating him. And I wish he didn't get away with cheating her.
Man, that was good.
We're gonna end it right there.
That was like some poetry.